Holy shit. Um, so, welcome to the Banana Zone. I promised you this. I teed you up for it. Thank God it worked, or you were going to lynch me. So, anyway, cheers. Welcome to the usual chaotic Ask Me Anything with Raoul. Drinks with Raoul. And I hope you've all got your drinks. Obviously, leave in the comment section, whatever platform you're on. If you're on Twitter, YouTube, leave your drinks. Everyone wants to know how uncivilized you are. There'll be some of you drinking Bud Light. There'll be a few of you who might be drinking something civilized, but I doubt it. Most of the Europeans have gone to bed. The rest of you, cheers anyway. Oh my God. So, what do we have today? Today, it's a champagne day, obviously. Market's a little bit weaker today, but the banana zone's been kicking in all month. So the banana zone's kicking in and it's time for champagne. So today I have Bill Cott Salmon. Let me just stop my email binging because it's going to irritate the shit out of you lot. Bill Cott Salmon, which is a famous producer from Champagne in France. And this is the Brut Nature. So what that means is they've not added extra sugar to it. It's just its natural fermentation. Now, most champagne anyway is about 12.5% alcohol, which is how I prefer my alcohol to be lighter in the wine because they have more elegance and more structure. We talked about this, is if you've actually got lower alcohol and the wine's slightly cooler climate, what you end up with is this structure through the middle of the palate, which is tannin, which holds the wine together and makes it feel like it has something special on the palate. If it's too sweet, then what happens is it goes across the palate and you don't get the full flavor of the wine. You just get this kind of sweetness, and it's called a fat wine. Champagne I really love because you can't fuck around with making it differently. The rules, you have to follow the rules. The rules are that you can't add anything. There's a certain amount of sugar you can add. If you want to call it brut champagne, brut means essentially dry, then there's only one way of doing it. The Brut Nature, they don't even add a little bit of extra sugar to create the fizz, and it keeps it crisp, bone dry, clean champagne. So I really, really like it for that. I like all sorts of champagne. Champagne's one of my favorite drinks because, again, you can't kind of go wrong with it because you know how it's made. The quality standards are high. It's the same amount of alcohol. It's a great drink at a party because you know what you're getting. It generally can't be crap. You can't put additives in it. So champagne is really the way forward. It's also the lowest of carbohydrates of all wines. So if you're into keto, as I am, then it's a great way of doing it. And it's delicious because this has got a depth to it, but it's also got that structure that runs through the palate that cleans your palate as you go. So when you've got that, gets your taste buds going, salivation, right? This is why it's an aperitivo. It gives you appetite. And it gives you appetite because it gets your taste buds going. And then what you should do to be a civilized human is you add a snack. That's how the Europeans will do it. That's how other countries will do it. You don't drink on an empty stomach. Americans who drink spirits through dinner, like I'll have a scotch with my dinner. It's just fucking bizarre. No, there's a certain way. You start with an aperitivo, then you have your wine, then you have a digestivo. That's how the world works. If you're just drinking, sure, drink whatever the fuck you want. So here we've got, here I've got toasted pumpkin seeds. I make all my own snacks. Again, I only like to eat natural whole foods that I've made myself, avoiding seed oils, sugars, and other stuff. And it's simple to do and it's fun. It's a creative process. So I just buy some pumpkin seeds from the store, untoasted. Then I drizzle some extra virgin olive oil on them, a bit of salt. I use Maldon salt, best salt in the world. It's a British salt. Put that on top, stick it in the oven for about 20 minutes until they're starting to go a little bit browny. And then you've got this delicious, crunchy snack that's got umami to it. So it's got a depth of flavor. It's high in protein, high in good quality fats, low in carbohydrates, and it complements a glass of champagne perfectly. Now, champagne goes with many things, whether it's oysters, even olives, but really something like this. Toasted almonds is another one. Toasted nuts, that's good. Charcuterie is very good. Spanish ham on, etc. Great. So anyway, so you guys are probably not drinking anything like this because I know you lot. You're a bunch of fucking degens and you're probably just sitting on the sofa drinking a beer. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to help you. Or you're probably drinking some awful Aussie cheap wine. Because Australians, yeah, they make some good wines. My mate Jack Burston, he makes some really good wines in Coonawarra, but there's also a lot of swill that they pump out in massive quantities. America does a good job with that too. Um, so just try and avoid the crappy stuff. Life is far too short to drink crappy wines. Anyway, that's my conversation about the banana zone. Sorry, not about the banana zone. That's about the important aspects of stop you guys being Philistines and trying to educate you in how to be a civilized human being because it's important. You can't go out of the house looking like you look, can you? Really? I don't think so. And not then, you go out for dinner. I never forget, I went out for dinner with a guy who used to work for me, and he was from the Midwest. And obviously, lovely guy, because people from the Midwest are delightful. But we went out for dinner and he didn't use a knife and fork. And we were with this fancy hedge fund manager in New York. And he's sitting there without a knife and fork, slumped with one elbow on the table, fisting it with his fork. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't do it. The guy was looking at him thinking, what are we doing here? So a little bit of manners. I mean, I've actually thinking of manners. I've actually dined twice at Buckingham Palace and twice at Windsor Castle, bizarrely because of the Marine Research Institute in Little Cayman, CCMI. I was on their board, and we had a fundraiser there because Prince Edward is our patron, and so that was an amazing thing. And it was very funny to see Americans have to deal with 13 different spoons and forks and glasses and how to do it. But the staff are actually very good. They kind of help people out. And English are over etiquetted, if there is such a word. So never take it from an Englishman either. As I've always said, civilization starts where the olive tree grows, and it doesn't grow in England. Right. Let's talk a bit about the banana zone. Banana zone is happening. You can all see it's happening. It's not a one-way journey. The banana zone, for those of you who don't remember, I've got a lot to cover. I'm going to run late, so just prepare yourselves. Tell your wife or husband that you're going to be late for dinner. My wife's going to kill me, but I know there's a lot to get through. Banana zone, for many of you new to crypto, is the period when prices accelerate. It's the famous period where you can make a lot of money. All your friends are making money and you're not invested in crypto and you feel stupid. It actually works for the stock market as well, particularly in tech stocks, but crypto is where the real action lies and things get completely ridiculous, like we've seen with Doge being up 400% in a week or whatever it's done. And that's a major token. So it's an opportunity to lock in. It's an opportunity that we can make some real money to unfuck our futures. It's a really serious thing. Yes, banana zone, how funny, it's phallic and whatever. The chart looks like a banana. I'll show it to you later. But really, it's the chance to unfuck our futures. We're given this gift of the highest performing asset class in all recorded history. We need to take it because, as I've talked about, we've got 6 years before I don't even know how the economic machine works or how markets work anymore. And those of you who haven't seen the video about the 6 years, I know a lot of you have. It's like 300,000 or 400,000 views already, but please go and watch it. Also, there'll be a link below where you can join Real Vision, which you should be. I don't know why you're watching this on X. It's because you're too goddamn lazy, or you're watching it on YouTube. Same. Come and join Real Vision. We'll talk about that. I'm going to keep demanding it from you because I will. There, you'll also find from the link below. You'll find a pack to help you plan for the 6 years to unfuck your future. And also later, I'll drop some other stuff there in Real Vision for you guys to incentivize you because you're too bone idle. You're sitting on your sofa drinking your Bud Light thinking, I can't be bothered to go to Real Vision. It's free, for God's sake. And it's more than me. If it was just me, it would be frankly wildly overrated. But it's actually not me. It's actually lots of cool people and an incredible community. We'll talk about that later. So the banana zone is the time for us to make money. Many of you I know because I did the Diary of a CEO podcast. There's a lot of new people out there and they're not sure about crypto. When should I get in? How shall I do it? Is it too late? Those are the questions we get asked. Is it too late? No. But you don't have long. You really, if not, you're going to buy prices where you're likely at some point to be feeling stupid that you bought them here. But I think with Solana below, 220, with Bitcoin below 90, ETH, where's ETH today? ETH below, 3,500. These are still good prices. Sui below $3. All of this, these are all fine. But don't wait too much longer. Just get in. And if you're new and you're like, how the fuck do I do this? Just open a Coinbase account and buy some Bitcoin. Don't overcomplicate it. And we'll talk about that don't fuck this up thesis in a minute. But that's something that's really important in this is I'm trying to guide you of how to get in, what it means, why it's happening, why your future's been fucked, where we're going, and then how not to screw up the opportunity, the biggest opportunity of your lifetime and my lifetime. And that means you'd never lose control of your tokens. And it means never overtrade. It means don't FOMO into the stupid shit your friend tells you to buy. Every time I've done that, and I only do it with small size, they usually go down 99%. We've all got a wallet of shame where we've made the mistake. Nothing wrong with making mistakes. Just do it with 10% of your money, please. You'll make plenty of money with an equal allocation. If you're new, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana. If you're a bit racier, something like Sui or Near or whatever suits your fancy. I know there's a bunch of XRP people here. There's a bunch of Cardano. I don't care what you do. Just the top three, keep those, and then add whatever you think is your favorite. And then with a small amount, 10% or less, have fun with memes, have fun with the crazy AI ideas, have fun with all of that, and see if you make money. You probably won't. You'll get some that'll run, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so good at this. And then 99% of everything you bought goes to shit. So that's the don't fuck this up thesis. Don't lose control of your tokens. Don't use leverage. Don't stick them into some stupid DeFi project for a 25% yield, and then suddenly you find out that you've lost your tokens because that's blown up. All of this stuff. And that's important for beginners. It's all here on Real Vision. You can find the videos. I've also got it on my YouTube channel, trying to help as many people as possible. It matters to me. Okay, Banana Zone. I'm going to give you the best confirmation I've got that the Banana Zone is real. Now, the Banana Zone is when the markets go to the moon. So I'm going to share something with you. Elon put this out today as a fucking Twitter post. It is his SpaceX rocket about to launch into space with a banana on it. If that is not the most auspicious thing you've ever seen in your entire lives, I don't know what is. Elon is going to take your banana to the moon. So, so thank you, Elon. I think, it's one of the reasons Doge is obviously going up as well. Something that talks about a lot is Doge is an Elon token. And if he ever uses it on X in any meaningful way, well, then Doge is a very big deal indeed. And it's actually a very big token. Don't forget how huge it is. I mean, the price rise alone recently is unbelievable. It's now worth more than Ford. And it's a fucking meme. And if you don't know what memes are all about, again, spend some time on my YouTube channel and or on Real Vision, more importantly. We even interview people like Murad. We've talked about memes at depth. Please learn about it because it's interesting. And it's actually a much bigger thing than just a bunch of degenerate gamblers, although it's mainly degenerate gamblers. And I'll show you my memes, my degenerate shit later. Okay. So I will go through a bunch of charts for the Banana Zone to try and add some value, apart from me just wittering with a glass of champagne and some nuts, talking about the Banana Zone and don't fuck this up and unfuck your future and all of the stuff that I talk about. I'll actually show you some charts to give you some proper value. Obviously, questions are only on the Real Vision platform. I will answer as many questions as I can once I've done my spiel and gone through stuff. And so on the Real Vision platform, answer as many questions as you can, and I will speed date through the list and try and do as much of that. What am I looking at on my list? I'm trying to think of one of the things I've talked a lot about is a lot of you ask about when to sell. And there is, again, another video I've done about that. I will update you. We're nowhere near the selling point yet. I will help you the best I can. I will not pick the top. I will fuck it up. I will either sell too early, sell too late, but I will do the best that I can to help as many people as possible in this cycle because it's the same for me too, right? My hopes and dreams are in this as well. But one of the things I talk about is lifestyle chips. And this is different to selling and taking profits. My preference has been actually to ride the down wave and keep adding, but I will take some lifestyle chips off this time. What lifestyle chips mean are securing the quality of life of your dreams, that vision of your future self, whether it's a better house, better car, that amazing holiday, Well, sometime in the crypto bull market, you will have the opportunity to do that. And if you get too greedy, you won't take it. And then you get really greedy at the peak of the bull market and you'll miss it. And then before you know it, all your hopes and dreams have failed. And you're like, fuck, why did I do that? So many people I know still have PTSD from round tripping the cycle. I didn't because I wanted to round trip the cycle because I wanted more weakness to add in because I have a longer term view. But it's really important to take some lifestyle chips off. Take about a third of your portfolio off and buy the things that matter to you. Give yourself a reward for the pain and the hardness of going through a crypto bull market. And we're all psychotic lunatics to go through such a volatile asset class. And when payday comes in bananas, you got to take some money off. So do that. I will do it. I've said probably the end of the year, regardless of price. It may be February, whatever, but it's not about trying to time the top. It's about trying to make me feel good about myself, that I've de-risked, increased my lifestyle. I've taken my lifestyle ratchet up one more because people can't take it away. And that is incredibly valuable because the root of happiness is meeting that vision of your future self. And the more you deviate from that path, the more unhappy you are. Doesn't mean you have to be wildly aspirational. It could be very simple stuff, but just give yourself that chance of saying, I've achieved this. I've done this. It's a marker point in my life and it matters. And I worked for it. And I went through the bullshit and I was on X all day, shit posting and reading conflicting things where we're all going to die. We're all going to be rich. We're all going to die. We're going to make it. We're not going to make it. We're going to make it. I mean, everyone's an alcoholic because of this, and everybody is addicted to nicotine. It's fucking impossible otherwise. I've never been in anything like this before. It's the most volatile space. And I've been here since 2013 in crypto, and fuck me, it doesn't get easier. You just have to learn how to psychologically adjust and not absorb the crowd's emotions. That's the hardest thing. The crowd's emotions is the big one. I try and avoid that. Um, but you lot, you just lose your fucking shit every time. Oh my God, the market's down 3% today. We're all going to die. Oh my God, the market's up 3% today. We're so rich. We're all going to just stop all of that. It's a long-term cycle. You know where the price is going. You don't need to do that. You don't need to count on Twitter. Hey, another 1,000 in Bitcoin. It's just like, it's pointless. You kind of know where it's going. Just hold on, do your thing. Don't get carried away. Don't get carried away by hubris. You're not a genius. You are brave for having to dealt with this shit, but you are not a genius, and nor am I. We've just been given a gift. It's like this fucking divine thing that happens, this 4-year cycle. And so the only gift we've had is being able to see that it's there and taking it. Right. I'm going to actually, no, why I talked about lifestyle chips is one of the trades that I've done is I've taken lifestyle chips off into longer term lifestyle chips or longer term assets. So my thesis is there's a bunch of things I want to do for my life, and I will do that, whether it's a house in Spain, whatever it is, my aspirations and dreams, and my wife and my family, and looking after everybody, all of those things. But also, I want to set myself up for the future when I don't want to take so much risk. And one of those things for me is this basic thesis that this space is going from where it is now today, $3 trillion. It's going to go to 100 trillion by 2032, 2034, 10 years, 100 trillion. That 97 trillion in wealth will be the largest wealth humanity's ever created in the shortest period of time. It's going to make a lot of people fucking rich. If you don't fuck this up, sorry for all my swearing, but it's true. So if that's the case, then people are going to have investments they want to make for the long term, either to show off or to protect their capital for the future. But the capital for the future, it might not be the stock market because of AI. It might not be many of the things that we know of. Sure, it'll be real estate. People want a nice house. Yes, it might be a watch because people want trinkets. But really, my bet is that art is the important one. Art is what captures culture of the time. And it's a time capsule on culture that lives in perpetuity. It can lose relevancy, but the best doesn't. So if you think of Warhols being valuable, Warhols are valuable because the baby boom generation looks at Andy Warhol and says, that is a value based marker of the culture of the 60s and 70s and early 80s. That is Studio 54. That is the Rolling Stones. That is Bob Dylan. That is all of the things that made the boomers, their youth, their culture, and it's all held in a Warhol. So of course they want a Warhol because it matters to them. Like I'm a Gen Xer. Damien Hirst matters to me. Banksy, Basquiat, those things matter culturally because these were cultural markers and they encapsulated the culture of the times and we carry them with us. Same with Renoir, same with so many painters, same with Picasso, all of these things, but you get a narrower group that lead in the end through multi generations and the others kind of fall by the wayside. In this, for me, there are two cultural artists, X Copy and Beeple. Beeple, many of you know, super famous. X Copy is a Brit based in London, we assume, anonymous, and created art very, very early on Tumblr, digital art. And then when NFTs came, he saw the technology fast, learned how to do that, sold these things for nothing. And before you know it, they're now the most valuable NFTs in the world. And it's not because it's an NFT. Don't forget that. It's digital art that is stored on a blockchain that means it has provenance and proven value over time, as long as we, society, ascribe it value. So I just want to show off because I'm really excited about what I did. I bought, I can find the, if I can find the image. I bought a Grail and I'm really fucking proud. So it's like a reward to myself for one thing that we talked about as a marker stone. Um, and not only is it a reward to myself, but it is a, sorry, I'm just trying to open it now. Not only is it a reward to myself, but it is something that I think will have future value because all of the wealth created in this space will end up buying art. Not all of it, but there's a lot of art, and art's going to go like Warhol's trade for 200 million. Art will trade for huge prices. So I bought this. So I'm just proud. I'm showing off. Half of you are going to say that's fucking awful, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. And this is X Copy. It's a one of tens. There's 10 of these in history, and it's called The Last Selfie. And he invented a style of art called glitch, which is this kind of movement art. This is one of his early pieces that became incredibly famous. It's held by the top collectors in the world only, never comes for sale. It came for sale this week, and I managed to buy it. And I haven't dared tell my wife because it's wildly expensive, but it still gives me ETH exposure because it's priced in Ethereum. And I think over time it'll appreciate. This is a 10-year bet. I've got a very large collection of NFTs now. If anybody wants to look at them, you can go to OpenSea and look at the Culture Vault, which is the name of the vault of NFTs. A lot of it's X Copy, a lot of it Beeple, but a lot of other stuff too. So those of you who like a bit of art, but anyway, I'm proud, so I wanted to share that with you. So sorry, I'm not showing off. I'm just actually just proud. Okay, I'm now just sorry. It's always chaotic. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing ever. I've got windows open. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about. Um, and I'm still messing actually everything up. So what else is next on the list? Next on the list is let's add some value. It's half an hour in. Let's show the charts. I'm gonna share this. So Peter, let's cut to these. Peter is a god amongst men. Peter's been one of the longest standing, maybe the longest standing New York employee for Real Vision. He's an absolute god and a delightful man. He's a super skilled editor, ultra creative, and he's just spending his evening helping me do this stupid shit. So it's well below his pay grade. So anyway, thank you, Peter. So this is charts from the macro investing tool. Macro investing tool is a tool that Julian Bittle and myself, Julian works with me at Global Macro Investor. Global Macro Investor is my super high-end research service that's aimed at the family offices, sovereign wealth funds, asset managers, RAAs. It's not cheap because it's the best research service in the world, and I can pretty much proudly say that it is, and I've been doing it for 20 years. Out of that, we spin out things like Real Vision Pro Macro, where a lot of the ideas that you see are driven. And then we do a lot of work within the macro investing tool, which is actually on the Real Vision Plus tier, which is well worth paying for just for this one bloody thing. Weekly, you're going to get the most incredible guidance of where you are in the business cycle, where you are in assets, why it matters, when it's going to top, when it's going to bottom, all of the things you guys ask me all day, every day on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere else. This tool is the most powerful thing you can ever pay for. And it is on Real Vision Plus. And on Real Vision Plus, you get this, and you get a whole Real Vision Academy to teach you about everything from crypto to how to trade, how to invest, how to think about options, all of that, plus access to all of the experts and to be able to talk to them and ask them the questions as they pitch you trade ideas, and then all of the community's trade ideas of thousands of people around the world. Let me just show you. Actually, sorry, Peter, I'm going to go to another page quickly. Before we go back to that one, that is the wrong chart. So Peter knows how to deal with me. He's dealt with me for so long. Nothing surprises him. He's a total pro. Okay, let me share. Okay, for those of you who are on the Real Vision platform, if you go to, let's say, I think it's reports, Julian, it's slow because there's like 20,000 people watching this bloody video right now. But anyway, in reports, you can see the macro investing tool. It'll be locked if you're not a plus member. You can just upgrade from there. But also, if you go to the data center, which is also not going to load because there's too many of you degens on here, the macro tool gives you the long-term, it's kind of updated quarterly way of doing it. But I can't show you because there's too many of you here. I appreciate you anyway. And if you are watching this on YouTube and X, it's still better on the Real Vision platform. So I appreciate if you don't just lazily watch it on X while picking your nose and come to the Real Vision platform where it matters, realvision.com/join. Before I start the chart pack and all of the alpha, I'm going to, as tradition, pause to let you fuckers, you lazy fuckers, move platforms and go to Real Vision. I spend my time trying to help you in as many ways as possible. You're going to be one small favor. Sign up for Real Vision. It's free. One small favor. I've probably made you a bit of money. Smidge? We'll pay it back. realvision.com/join. I'll pour myself a drink while you fuckers go and do your thing. It's all right, we got time. I know it's going to take 2 or 3 minutes to get through the sign up process. We've streamlined it, so keep going. Oh, man. Bit of nicotine as well. By the way, if you are bothering to sign up, which I would appreciate greatly, you will get the report that I'm about to present for free in your grubby little mitts. And because it's digital, you can't spill your Bud Light on it or your cheap Aussie wine, but you will have knowledge. And that's what we do at Real Vision. We give you the network, the tools, and the knowledge to not only survive, but thrive. So you'll get that. You'll also get the one about 6 years, how to unfuck your future over 6 years. It's all there. It's all there for you. We've set it up for you. Anyway, I'm still waiting. And you guys on Real Vision, just join me for a drink. We can have a little chat in the meantime about, how lovely Real Vision is, how much we love each other, and how much we're looking forward to the Miami event. Fuck me, that's going to be amazing. So we've got the Miami Crypto Gathering where hundreds and hundreds of us are going to convene on Miami. No speakers, no stages, no bloody awful cold salmon and crappy chicken and buffets. We're doing all sorts of events scattered around the city, VIP events, other events. We'll have DJs. We've got many community members who are DJs, famous ones at that. We'll have parties. We'll have boat trips. I don't know. We'll have all sorts of chaos and fun at the Real Vision event. So when you come onto Real Vision, or if you're watching this on Real Vision, make sure you sign up for your ticket. We've sold several hundred so far, and they're going to run out. They're still at discounted prices. By the time we get through Black Friday, there won't be many tickets left. So just don't hang around, buy a fucking ticket. while the other guys are signing up to the platform. Thank you. And if you've got your ticket, then buy some merch. Just do something, because I'm not doing this for free. It's my evening. I haven't got dinner. My wife's angry with me because I'm drinking alone. Well, I'm drinking with 100,000 people, but, and she's busy training because she's doing Everest. So I know she's doing Everest in April. She's doing Cotopaxi 2 in just training, quick training mountains to get her acclimatization in Ecuador next week. Then she goes to Aconcagua for a second time, highest mountain in South America, the only mountain over 7,000 meters in outside the Himalayas. And then she goes straight into Everest. And after Everest, she goes back to Denali to complete Denali. So she's unbelievable, unbelievable, fabulous. I'm super proud of her. Right, let's get going. I've witted enough. You guys have kindly joined on the platform. Let's do the charts. Okay. Drinks with Raoul, the macro investing tool. Told you all about it. Real Vision Plus. You guys who are on the free tier, you might want to sign up or wait a few days because there's a Black Friday deal coming. So don't rush in. I didn't tell you that. Marketing will kill me. This, my friends, is the banana zone. This is when we've had 8 months of consolidation. You've all lost your fucking minds. And then the simple God candle arrives. And suddenly we feel good. Lord Vishnu blesses us with the God candle. And we can all go about our business thinking we're the smartest people in the world. But we're not really. It's actually driven by global liquidity. You've all seen this chart before. Every time global liquidity breaks out, it goes through this consolidation pattern. As liquidity tightens, it breaks out. Crypto breaks out with it. Now, global liquidity is contracting right now, but it did break out to a new high. It's expected to break out going forwards, and I'll show you that in a second. So we're at the point where crypto does really well, which is the banana zone. Crypto follows global liquidity, does it really well. It's got an 87.5% correlation. Global liquidity is forecast by our models at Global Macro Investor to keep going forwards. If you want to know more about the models, you get a lot more of that in Pro Macro and how to apply them, or the macro investing tool. Again, pitching the services because I am trying to help you guys. And really, whether you're paying $6,000 or $600 or $3,500 for the Pro, or waiting until Black Friday, honestly, you'll make your money back. It's simple as that, and a big return on it, and you'll feel like you know what you're talking about. Global liquidity comes in these seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter. Again, I've covered these a lot. We are in summer. If you look at the summer periods of that weird mustard orange, we always have a strong market in liquidity. So that's debasement of currency that makes our number go up. Our number go up is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the benchmark asset. And again, we go further out the risk curve. Late summer and fall is all about the risk curve. We'll come on to that. But if you look at the mustard periods, it's always gone up in summer. In fact, so is the NASDAQ. All risk assets always go up. Election years, same thing. Presidential election cycle, all the same thing. And then in fall, we tend to have a good rally, and then we top out eventually. Twice it's been at the end of the year. Once it's been kind of towards the end of the year with that weird double top pattern, which I don't think will be repeated, but everyone has PTSD from. All you fuckers have PTSD because once it didn't extend, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I need to sell early. I need to sell early." I get it. I get it. I get it. I will help you with this. You'll see some of the things, the indicators that will help you. I will try and get you to get that right. I didn't get it right either. I bought ETH call options at the high, expecting it to go. I mean, luckily it was only 5% of my portfolio. I get trolled on Twitter endlessly, like he went max long at ETH at the high. No, I didn't. I bought call options, 5% of my portfolio. Failed miserably. But I'll do my best to help. And again, I can't promise anything. Global M2, another indicator of private sector liquidity. Bitcoin and that, very good. We're having a little correction now. I don't think it comes back to 80,000, but who knows? But either way, it's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. Even better, the GMI total global liquidity, 10-week lead. It's been spot on, kids. Spot on. Will it always be spot on? No idea, but it tells us that we should be early to mid-December, hit 100,000, and then have a bit of a correction. That makes sense because a lot of people square their positions, take profits, etc. Particularly now the institutions are there, they do their rebalancing. So then let's say we'd have a 20% pullback from, I don't know, 100,000 back to 80,000. And then you have the face ripping rally as everybody comes in with a fresh P&L the beginning of the year. And by kind of first week of January, we just start ripping and it becomes unbuyable period of the banana zone. Happened last year, actually. Um, so Bitcoin halving seasons, we're in the pinky one at the bottom. It's now in line with the 2016-17 halving, which is, I think, the most likely outcome, and dragging behind the previous halving because the liquidity was front-end loaded because of the pandemic, and then back end it got taken out early. This time around, it's more normal. It's very similar to 2016 cycle where liquidity was given by the Chinese and the US didn't add enormous amounts of liquidity. Very similar this time around, trading very similar to that time. Here is that cycle versus today's cycle. And as you can see, very, very similar. Right. I'm eating my snack because you got to eat and drink at the same time. Because if not, you become uncivilized too fast in the evening, which I tend to do on these talks, but we'll see how we go. Right. Moving forward. So I'm running so fucking late already. Bitcoin seasonality, blah, 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 up. Bananas. Bitcoin last year versus this year, been playing out very similar. Bananas. Ethereum now versus the previous periods is following the last cycle in Bitcoin. Now, whether it gets to the target here, 20,000 ETH, who the fuck knows? Doesn't really matter, but directionally, you can see what happens. ETH should accelerate from here. I'm pretty confident that it will. The other thing is back to the macro, because the macro drives everything. The Institute of Supply Managers Survey, the ISM, that's the guide to the business cycle. You know, how much money is your business earning? How much money are you earning? It's all hidden in that thing. And it's still low, which is why a lot of us feel like, oh, the economy's not really working yet. But the forward-looking financial conditions, which is based about rates and the dollar and oil prices, are forward-looking basis, very positive for the business cycle. So we should see a lot of kind of economic activity and feel-good factor within ourselves ahead. So that's very important because it drives altcoin season. We care about altcoin season because that's when you make the big fucking bucks. Altcoin season, here's altcoin's percentage of Bitcoin total market cap. We are likely to, we follow the ISM, it's the ISM I've shown you is going to pick up. Well, what we're going to see is altcoins dominance rising massively and Bitcoin dominance falling, and us being able to make a lot of money in the smaller stuff rather than Bitcoin. Smaller stuff, you know, for me, the bets for me are Solana and Sui, but you all choose your own, whatever that may be. And that's fine. I don't want to argue about what tokens, what here. I'll leave that to you, but don't go out too much out of your ski tips, out of the risk curve. Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, everything else is more speculative. Remember that. So even when I talk about Sui, and you know I'm on the board of Sui, and so I am shilling it, but I'm actually not shilling it because I actually care about being buying it in the open market myself because I think it outperforms everything. You still shouldn't, if you're not a professional and you don't know what you're doing, God's sake, don't overweight this stuff too much. I don't want you to fuck it up because Raoul mentioned Sui a couple of times. Do not do that. Altcoins as a percentage of whether they're outperforming Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. No, not yet. We're just starting. We had the basing pattern. Now we're going to start. Might be a bit more chopping around, but alt season is here. That's Banana Zone signature. Crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and ETH, breaking out. We should see a gigantic acceleration. Look at the acceleration we had back in 2020. It just exploded from 80 to 1,000. So that's 80 billion to $1 trillion. And we will see something more extraordinary this time, I believe. So let's look at a bit of price action, just because you want to know what's happening. Bitcoin, banana zone, banana zone. Solana, banana. Hasn't broken the all-time high properly yet. It's kind of messing around, but the all-time high is higher. But Banana Centrale, Solana versus Bitcoin. So we showed you the Bitcoin chart looks great. Look at the Solana chart. It's been stable, but it's been going up since uh, October 2023 or December 2023. It's been outperforming Bitcoin. It's the bet I've had from that period, and it's been a fucking lucky, great bet. Solana on-chain activity, it's huge. The applications are being built. It's got everybody's attention. This is a wedge pattern. It will break, and it will wildly outperform Bitcoin in the back half of the cycle, the alt season. So that's the one thing to notice. My other bet, and I haven't talked about this publicly, and I haven't done anything publicly really on Real Vision Pro Macro yet, or even GMI, because I've just noticed this chart pattern. This is Sui against Solana. This is one holy mother of God inverted head and shoulders. If this actually breaks, then we've got a gigantic move in Sui versus Sol. So that tells you if it breaks this, then Sui is the chosen one. You know, that's my hunch. And I'm now thinking, do I, and I'm more of a professional risk taker, move more of my assets into this? I do not urge you all to do that because Raoul talked about it. It's speculative because it's early stage. It hasn't got full adoption. There's a lot of caveats. You'll all go, oh yeah, but they've got lockups. Yes, we all know it's all public. That's known knowns. It has a low free float, so it goes up well in a bull market and goes down a lot in a bear market. But I like it. I like what they're building. I like what's going on. I am biased. I'm on the board. But anyway, I look at that chart. Nothing I could do about that chart. It's me, Raoul shilling. It makes nothing. That chart is that chart. That chart makes me very interested. Doge. This is another one that's in my portfolio, published in Pro Macro, Version Pro Macro, and Global Macro Investor. It's a fucking killer. Doge, it's like clockwork, captures the attention like clockwork. And every time this part happens, it goes bananas. So Doge probably has a long way to run. That's in my 10% bucket of speculative stuff. The other one is obviously Lord Fishnu himself from the Smoking Chicken Fish. This chart is the giraffe looking over at a zoo fence. It is one of the most famous technical analysis patterns of all time, because obviously Lord Fishnu made it so. And if that is the case and it breaks the top, this giraffe is going out of the fence and to the fucking moon. Smoking Chicken Fish is a meme I just like. It's funny, it's different, it's not a derivative, it has a church, it is stupid as shit. It's also quite clever. But don't follow me. Just do whatever you want in the meme coin stuff. I'm just showing how ludicrous it can be. But the giraffe looking over a fence pattern, Julian Bittles showed me this deep technical analysis pattern. You can sell the amount of fundamental analysis work that's gone into this analysis, zero, but the chart looks good. And I like the meme. Okay, Bitcoin. Where are we in the rally? Are we overbought yet? No. Nowhere near overbought. So you guys are like, when's the top? When do I sell? Calm the fuck down. Cycle tops finder. This spells calm the fuck down all over it. Just hold, do nothing, stop PTSDing. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm going to lose everything. Take some lifestyle chips off in due course. And just do the right thing. Just follow the don't fuck this up guidelines. I will try and help as many of you and teach you how to do it yourself, because I'm not a hero and I'm not a guru. Here's the cycles, blah, 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 colored charts up to the right. The one that matters. We've started the banana zone. You can see it breaking out on the chart. We ain't even accelerated yet. Lots more to come. It's Banana City lies ahead in the banana zone. Elon sending a fucking rocket to Mars with bananas on it. What more do you need? We've got the institutions buying. We've got the ETFs. We've got regulations changing. Chill the fuck out. Do nothing. Hold your bag. If you're new to the game, get in now. Don't wait too late, because too late will be too late. So just do your best. Okay, I'm going to now go across to the Real Vision platform because I'm now an hour in, well, 50 minutes in without having actually answered a question. I'm going to try and find out what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm going to have to refresh this. Probably won't load because there's so many people. While I'm doing this, I know that I'm talking to you. You're actually on YouTube and you haven't signed up to Real Vision / join. I don't know why you're here because I can't talk to you now. I'm going to talk to other people. You're going to listen to their questions like some sort of weird lurker when you could be part of the cool kids. Come on. Oh, there's 30,000 of you on Twitter, you lazy fuckers. Go and watch it on the platform. Yeah. I mean, 30,000 of you are watching this on Twitter as we speak live. But yeah, I'm going to cross to realvision.com/join. Click the link below and all of that sales spiel. I don't do this for free, honestly. I got staff to pay, stuff to do, and we have a ton of good shit there. So, and a lot of amazing ideas from the crowd. In fact, I'm going to show you that quickly before we go in. Before this, because this is cool as shit. I'm going to go to the platform. What the fuck is it? Yeah. Oh, nothing loads because I can't load. Yeah, there we go. Look at it. No. So we have a leaderboard of the best performing ideas of people on Real Vision. Paul Sutton, number one, the Flame, with his MSTU up 300%. Let's have a look at what the idea is. MSTU, limit price, entry price, take profit, stop loss. I mean, the guy is absolutely crushing it. We've got Doge. We had a ton of people nail Doge. Altcoin Screener nailed Doge. Boris Vixie. Who else is in there? There's a lot of Doge winners in here. But these people, Rocket Labs, and you go in here, the whole trade ideas are written up. It's all there for you, and you can figure out where you fit in and what you can do within that. So I'm going to stop sharing that. But it's so cool, the trade ideas. We've had competitions running. The top three, I mean, I don't know how many people are up over 100%. It's bananas. The performance of these people in the Real Vision community is staggering, and some amazing ideas. I had an hour-long call with the guys who won the competition, and they had it in Oklo, the nuclear stock nobody knew about, but half of Real Vision jumped on it when they saw how well it was doing. Right, stop sharing now. I'm going to try and answer questions as I promised. I need to mute this bloody thing. Let's go. Window, mute this tab. Well, okay. Let's go. So, okay. Slimy Tom. One thing about Sui, it seems ways to bridge to compared to other up and coming chains like C. Yeah, look, Sui is they've really thought as much as possible to make it as user friendly as possible and as fast as possible. So, and again, you know the caveat. I'm on the board. Blah 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 blah. I'm not privy to anything that you guys don't know. Mark Crow, any thoughts on XRP? I mean, fucking hell, every time XRP, Cardano, XRP, Cardano. If I say anything, they're like, "You bastard! I hate you." It's just like I don't care, and that's my thought. Is I don't care. I mean, I actually like. I think they've got a great business development team. They could do something big with it. It's amazing. It's not in my portfolio because it's underperforming everything else. So I am a mercenary when it comes to performance. All I want is the highest return on my capital in this 6-year period. And I will not get married to any chain. I want to get married to my P&L so I can unfuck my future. And I beg you, is sure, if you like any of these dino coins, I don't say they're bad and they're not going to work and they're not going to get more adoption. I don't care. If you do, I'm so happy for you. Just make sure it's outperforming the price of Solana. If not, you're doing yourself a disservice. So again, I'll have lots of trolls, and then the people on Twitter, there's the XRP community, the Cardano community, and it's like, guys, what are you in this for? Are you in this for? Well, I won't even say it. I want you all to make money, the most money you can, in the basic, the safest way. Brendan Duffy, based, which is the which is smoking chicken fish. Uh, Mark Naismith Bealey, Raoul, what wine would you pair with smoking chicken fish? I would probably have a white burgundy, like a Polini Montrachet. It needs to be a fine dish because it's chicken and fish. And you're smoking a cigarette at the same time, so it needs a bit of flavor. I would go with a Polini Montrachet from Burgundy. It needs something elegant like that. Wendell Mitchell, where can I find the 6-year video? Sorry, new guy here. Wendell, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Um, it's called Making Sense of Everything on the Real Vision platform. So just look up for that one. Making Sense of Everything. In fact, I'm going to reply to you. Hold on. Here we are in real time. Making sense of everything. Okay. Wendell, I've replied to you. Okay. Rainer Schmidt, here's my question for Raoul. How do you invest practically? Do you buy token yourself with a laptop and a ledger? Would you have professionals doing this for you like an agency? Do you use multi-sig or only your mnemonic phrase? Where do you put it? On steel. Tell me all the details. I will not compromise my operational security, so I can't tell you stuff. I'll tell you what you should do. I execute myself. I fucking hate it because I'm ADD and I make mistakes, and I hate it. And I hate the transfer to storage devices. I hate all of it because I'm too prone to mistakes. What you should do is you should execute it yourself. You should store it on a ledger device. The new Ledger Stacks is a great product. And then you should have your seed phrase written, as you say, on steel and put it nowhere near you, preferably in a different country, a different state. And so you don't have access to it. But you can either get to it or somebody else has access to it. If your stack is bigger, you should be more enamored with a multi-sig and making sure that you have the right operational security around it. So that's how you do it, Rainer. Um, or there's another way, which is people like Signum in Switzerland, a private bank that takes a lot of care of a lot of this for you. And to be honest, Coinbase, Kraken, they're pretty good. Roberto Chavez, thank you for Rocket Lads. I'm up 45% since you mentioned it. Roberto, if you were a Pro Macro subscriber, you'd be up, I don't know what we're up, 180%. But welcome to the party. But yes, look, all the trade recs, they come out in GMI first, then Pro Macro, and then you'll hear me talking about them. Not to pump it up myself. It's just that I cannot give that value away because people pay money for that value. And without question, GMI has been the best performing research service in all recorded history. I use that word a lot, all recorded history, that phrase, but it has. And Real Vision Pro Macro has had staggering performance. So I'm really proud of it. N. Herzog, thoughts on Sui? I think we mentioned that. Oh. Smoking chicken fish seems a good idea. No, it's not a good idea. Rembrandt Fokker. I love your name. That's a Rembrandt Fokker. Can't be a real name if it is. I love you. Smoking chicken fish seems like a good idea. Of course it does, Rembrandt. No, it doesn't. It's not an idea. It's not a recommended. I just like it. Ankle Patel, is there a possibility of the cycle extending with greater magnitude? Yes. There's a probability of an extended cycle like 2017. Just depends on what liquidity does. And we don't know yet what liquidity is doing. So I'm just going to have a little sip. Philip Ronis, what are the top two sources of alpha and Real Vision? I have a free membership. I'm paying for 4 other subscriptions. I'm going to broke trying to make money. Yeah, look, I would say to flatter myself, Real Vision Pro Macro is probably the best performing retail portfolio ever. So I would do that. Black Friday sale coming up. Hang on for that. Knock your fucking socks off, all of you. The Real Vision macro investing tool, unbelievable. Julian Bittel, who's the world's best business cycle analyst, and I've ruined him. He's a total degen. He tries to copy my beard. He's got kind of weird bouffant hair, but he is actually pretty good at what he does, which irritates me. He's better than I was at it, and he learned from me, but now he's like 10x better. Macro investing tool, that is a killer. So if you don't want to pay the full price for the Pro Macro, the macro investing tool is part of. You can either buy it as a standalone product, or you just buy Real Vision Plus, and I think you should do that Black Friday. Don't say I told you. If you think GDLC gets its ETF application to make it the first crypto index ETF, would that be a large bull catalyst? Crypto index ETF will come. Will it be a bull catalyst? I don't know, actually. Probably. It probably helps. Jamie Aguirre, XRP is garbage. Sid, XRP. I'm like, guys, please. We can all own the tokens we want to own, and we all respect each other for our decisions because we've all done the homework and we think one bet is better than the other. Okay, there's a lot of degens in the chat now. Mr. P, why don't you like MicroStrategies? I don't not like MicroStrategies, but it's trading at a goddamn fucking enormous biblical premium. And when I've seen biblical premiums, they last for a while and then they become unbiblical. And somebody somewhere loses their fucking shirt. Investors in it, and then somewhere somebody blows up from all the leverage it's creating in the system because of this premium. So it's not that I don't like it. It worries the hell out of me. I don't know why people will buy it because it's outperforming. Yes, it's outperforming because the premium's going up. Why is the premium going up? Because of weird financial engineering. So it worries me. And it's not worrying now. It'll happen sometime in 2025 where the premium goes down. Jake Fowler, no question. Just here to unfuck my future and enjoying the ride. And 3 bananas. Jake, we are all here to unfuck our futures. All of us are in this together, and that's the thing. So I'm not the guru. I'm not telling you, I know better than anybody else. I'm just throwing in my experience. You, as a participant here, a community member, give your ideas, be active in the community, help each other. We're trying our best. We're all in this together. Paul Ortiz, do you see ETFs changing the projections for the ETH 20,000 forecast? No, I don't. And it's not a forecast. Please do not take me forecasting. Raoul, you got it wrong. You didn't get. I fucking hate the shit I get online for stuff that is not true. Right? It's like, oh, Raoul, you projected 20,000 ETH and you went all in on leverage. No, I put 5% of my existing ETH into call options. Oh, Raoul, you bought Luna and you shilled Luna. No, I never did. Everybody cut out the last part of the video when I said, if you want that risk in that currency. And I never own Luna. It's recorded. I have a fully recorded track record. People just want to throw shit at you. Monkeys want to throw poo because they're bitter and jealous about something. And so I don't give forecasts because it's the best way of getting all of those guys who bookmark it go, see, you said that. It's like, fuck off. Ali Ahmed, what about selling Tesla stock? My God, we've made a lot of money in the Tesla trade. Tesla stock plus Tesla options. I'm not sure I'm going to get it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the tech stocks yet, Ali, because I don't think this is going to be a recession. I think it'll be a slowdown in liquidity. So how much will NASDAQ correct? 20, 30%. It depends how far Tesla goes. Could it have a 40% correction? I mean, do I care? I'm not sure. I didn't care last time around. It paid off. So I'm not sure, mate. Inigo Garcia Pombo. It's like, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. The Princess Bride is clearly one of the funniest films of all time. Got some bags with losses of Celestia. Saying they couldn't recover from these unlock, and marketing-wise have been weak lately. Should I rotate to Sui and take the loss? Listen, I can't manage your bags. If you're in pro macro, you see what my portfolio is. I have owned Tier in the past. I don't. Uh, Thoughts on Aptos? Some look somewhat similar to Sui, yes, because it's the same. It's it's the team that came out of Facebook that built the Move language. Um, I can't give you a answer apart from look at network adoption, look at the comparisons of what's happening. I'm on the board of one. You won't take that. I'm telling you the truth. So just do the homework yourself. Um, okay. We're now over time. Johnny Glenn, a lot of people with MicroStrategy. I worry there's a lot of retail people. That's not an insult. You're all in fucking MicroStrategies. Read the room, guys. Read the room. You're all in MicroStrategies, and it's trading at a gigantic premium. That feels like Wile E. Coyote. So it's not like he's going to blow up or anything else. Just please, guys, be careful. MicroStrategy is not an infinite money machine. It does not exist. When RV Ledger Stacks collaboration, yeah, Zane. We've got more of the original ledgers to give out. The stack stuff, we're working on some big stuff with Ledger. Roddy McShane, for a new person who's investing for the first time, how do you tell when a bull run is ending? Well, number go down. It's about liquidity. These are all going to sound like foreign terms to you, Roddy, but it's liquidity. Are the governments and central banks taking the punch bowl away from the party? We can help with that. Again, Real Vision Plus, we publish this. I will obviously try and tell people in the free tiers and everything else to try and help people in that transition. And we'll give you the tools to learn how to do it yourself. Jamie Irving, are we too late for Doge? Probably not, but it's going to be wild. Expect 40% pullbacks, right? So just wait for one of those ridiculous pullbacks, then you can do it. Alan, can we pull the SUI chart and discuss how much more this can run while we do that? Okay, I am so far behind. I'm going to go further down. Josh Fault, with your involvement in SUI, what are the best projects built on chain? I currently own some Cetus. I'm really waiting for Walrus to come out and deep book properly. Walrus is really interesting. It's the decentralized storage protocol with a token. Could be really big. It could be a Filecoin upgrade, etc. A lot more stuff. Jacob Halliday, greetings from Australia. It's morning. You're probably onto your second Victoria, but yeah, VB. You're probably on VB. Munching that down with an avocado on toast. That's what Australia seems to live on these days. You've had a couple of flat whites and you're little bit jittery, so the beer's going to take your edge off. It's kind of how Aussies work, right? Zane Tan, membership upgrade here at Real Vision is generally one of the best investing decisions I've made. Learned loads, made friends along the way. Well, Zane's gone all the way from newbie to the RVIP tier. He's a god, really smart guy, really active member of the community. So thank you for that. That was an unsolicited shill. I'll send you the Solon back later. Okay, so look, there are too many questions for me to answer. We're running late. Actually, Rembrandt's asking, what hotel should we stay at in Miami? For those of you who don't know, we've got this incredible event, the Crypto Gathering in Miami. If you're on Real Vision, you can see the Crypto Gathering in your thing. Click on it, go through, buy a fucking ticket before the prices go up. There's VIP tickets left, not many. Honestly, we've sold, because this is Real Vision, we've sold more VIP tickets. No, it's about 50-50 VIP to normal tickets. It's insane. It's been a huge success. We are likely to run out, certainly of VIPs. So if you want to do the VIP experience, get that done. I think after Black Friday, they'll be gone. You've got the discounted price now. It's an amazing experience. I don't know where the hotels are yet, where we should stay. We're waiting for all the details. But Miami's full of hotels. None of this is going to be difficult. We can all career around town in Ubers and taxis. We're going to be doing an experience here, meeting, having drinks with somebody here. We're going to be going to a party where somebody's DJing. It's going to be amazing. You'll meet super cool people. I'll be hanging out. All the Real Vision team will be hanging out. all the kind of famous people. Had Sergio Silva, Sergito. He was here in Cayman this weekend. He'll be there. Kevin Kelly from Delphi, he'll be there. Pierce Kicks from Delphi, he'll be there. Ovi and Mando, they'll be there. You name it, everyone's going to be there, and you'll have the ability not to see on a stage where it makes them feel important or me feel important. It's like we're just hanging out with you guys. We're all in this together. So actually, I think play the. I think you got a trailer for it. Actually, while you're doing it, have we got a trailer? Yeah, let's roll the trailer, as they say in Hollywood. So within this, we have parties. You can choose the VIP track, and then you might be on a boat party and you're doing something else and going for a dinner there or meeting people in different venues and bars. So there's lots going on. It's like a mad treasure hunt. I like the idea of just hanging out with you guys, drinking a rum or a glass of champagne and putting the world to rights and just really celebrating you as our members and our community. And it's a thank you for that as well. It'll be an incredible event. Listen, get your tickets quick before they sell out. This is the event you've been waiting for. Come and join us for the crypto gathering. We will have an absolute blast. So come and join us there. It'll be a lot of fun. January in Miami. It's not the best weather in Miami. It's a damn sight better than when you live, generally. Unless you're in Australia, in which case your weather's better, but you're full of Australians and spiders and snakes and all that shit. So get out of that, come to some sort of civilization. Like the remote frontier in the middle of nowhere. And Kiwis, I don't know, it's just you, the sheep, not much else. Apart from Rocket Labs, he's a Kiwi. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to answer a few more questions in a sec. But remember, if you're watching this on X or watching this on YouTube, I'm going to drop that chart pack on Real Vision. So just realvision.com/join. Do that. You'll get the chart pack and you'll discover a whole world of fucking delights. So just please join Real Vision, because I don't do this. I'm not trying to help you and not pay all of my staff, not pay all of the people to make sure that we create a future for you and unfuck it for you. So yeah, Raoul's pitching stuff. People watch it on Real Vision is like, oh my God, he's pitching stuff to people on YouTube. Why do we have to watch this? Because we all want to succeed. I want all of us to succeed together. So please come across. Right, a few more questions. Jessica Marshall, a man after my heart, a pleasure to be here. Jessica, you're a delight to have in the community. We want more women in our community, please. SW, what's your view on total market size, excluding Bitcoin and ETH by February? 1 trillion by Feb. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I think the whole space gets to 10 to 15 trillion. 10 would be normal, 15 would be a bluff cycle. AKCB, hey Banana Man, it's the Sultan of Banana to you, fucker. Thoughts on Polkadot? Well, look, Gavin came on Real Vision a few times and said he's rebuilding Polkadot. Feels like it's more of a next cycle thing, plus a bit of hype for this cycle. So other than that, Dino Coin, but doing stuff. Like Cardano, they're doing stuff. XRP, everyone's doing stuff. So I'm not going to take anything away from anybody. Warthog, 500% this year from Kenneth Sinclair. See any potential? I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking weird stuff. Any thoughts on equities? Oh, finally, Anthony, somebody who's kind of more grounded. S&P. Yeah, look. Liquidity rises all boats. So the S&P will rise X, the Nasdaq will rise Y, crypto will rise Z or Z if you're American. So yes, all positive. Luke just got here after the DOC podcast, Diary of a CEO. I'm pleased, and I know a lot of people, and we've had the largest 4-day period of signups in the history of Real Vision. Thank you for coming along. We are here to help you. I know it might seem a bit confusing, a bit overwhelming at first. It won't be. We will guide you. Be in the questions, be in the comments. The staff will help answer it. We're here to help you. Santiago Velez, Santi, hello, my friend. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met, and he helped me with my developing my Metcalfe's Law thesis. And he's always a regular presenter on Real Vision for no reason apart from he loves us, and he's very smart. And when we've got smart people like Evan from SUI, we have to give Santiago the seat to ask the right questions because he's smarter than I am. Can you weigh on how the bond market keeps trying to have a tantrum, take the wind out the sails of this run? It's making me nervous. Yeah, the dollar and the bond market. This is a great question, Santi. The dollar and the bond market are problematic. They are tightening financial conditions. Luckily, oil market's offsetting. I checked with Julian, actually. It's not doing any damage yet, but really we would like to see these turn around because financial conditions index leads by, I think it's 5 months. Let me just double check. 5 months. Let me just double check that chart. Bear with me. It leads by about 5 or 6 months. And so it's telling us that there could be a pause 5 months in the future, which is my best expectation anyway, which is the March, tax season going into April, everything pauses. Let's see. I would like to see that turnaround. I agree. I think Trump is negative for oil, which helps offset it. I think he's probably more negative from the dollar than the market expects. We'll wait and see. Deutemin Das, why is ISM taking so long to turn around? Another great question, because the Fed took too long cutting interest rates. They had to because inflation. And so because rates took longer to come down than Fed funds, that kept the business cycle lower. So that's really, and that I didn't get that right. And Julian Bittle did not get that right. We expected ISM to have picked up earlier. It hasn't, but I think it will catch up. HBAR, I don't know. Don't really follow it. I know it's good tech. Don't know. Depends about adoption. Don't know. Brendan, will Solana come back down, test its breakout line? Don't know. If it is, it's a gift. Maybe. Probably. Natalie Clark, again, another girl. Thank you, Natalie. We need more women in the industry. I know it feels a bit of a male sausage fest, but it's not really. Honestly, we're just really super welcoming. I wanted to buy some Lord Fishnu, but struggling to work out where to buy it in Australia. It's really simple. Your Phantom wallet that you use for Solana, or if you haven't got a Phantom wallet, get a Phantom wallet. Then you can swap it into smoking chicken fish. Again, it's not a trade recommendation. Small size of your portfolio. We're having fun here. We're not trying to change the world by putting all of our money into smoking chicken fish. Brendan Duffy, Unfuck Your Future featuring Raoul Pal on SoundCloud. I haven't heard that yet, but go and listen to it. We've had plenty of people making music here. Vlad DXY Ripping talks about that. What's your thought on portfolio allocation for SUI? Aggar. I'll let you know in Pro Macro. Dogbert Pumperdink, I love that. Massive props to Real Vision about the banana zone liquidity call. Nailed the thesis, nailed the timing, nailed the meme. Oh my God. Thank you. It's fucking scary for me. Honestly, I've talked about this before. I've stuck my neck out here. It's utterly terrifying. I never wanted to be a public face. I never wanted to be perceived as a guru. I'm just trying my best to help people. I'm passionate about it. I'm also very nervous of how awful social media is, and how much attacked I got last time in 2022. I mean, I've proven myself out, but I'm really nervous about it. So sticking my neck out like this far was something I wasn't comfortable with, but I really wanted to help you all. Matt Duffy, thanks for your time and expertise. Truly amazing. Saw you on Diary CO and I became a believer. Don't believe in me, believe in the process. We're here to give you the tools, the network tools and knowledge to help you succeed. Aaron, can I please get the 6-year plan download document? Just go to the I think Paul, Paul's the voice of God who talks to me occasionally, who runs social media. It's in the report section, in the knowledge center. If not, yeah, go to the Paul, the voice of God said, go to the um, making sense of everything video, and you'll find the report attached to that. Okay, final questions. Raoul, can you link your OpenSea Culture Vault account? I'm interested in your curated content. I'm an OG and I can't find it. 1 second, my friend. Let's just do that for you now. You can see how professional I am. I have no idea what I'm doing. Try and get you the featured page. Here it is. I'm actually pretty proud of this. And I put most of this together this year because I can see NFTs are the fucking big opportunity that nobody's seeing. And I'm pretty good. I'm honestly, if I'm good at one thing, it's this asset allocation. I got ETH in 2020, end of 2020. I got Solana 2022, 2023. I got Sui this year. I'm pretty good. If I've got one thing I'm good at, NFTs, I've bought a shit ton of really good NFTs. So let me just share this with you. Let me find you 1 sec. I'm just going to add it at the top of the comment section so you can all see. I'm not showing off my NFTs. I'm just trying to show you what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to build it. But thank you for asking. Gabriel Alfo, Raoul, I would love to join Real Vision. Yeah, we're not really hiring right now, but be a community member. Who knows? We're trying to build a network here. Eventually, if you build some sort of tool or some research product and share it with the community, go to the group chat, add value, we will elevate people. We've elevated many members of our community who've become stars on Real Vision themselves, or even selling research. Okay, I'm just going to randomly choose because we're now an hour and 24 minutes. Tamaz, hey Ralph, try Georgia wine, which is one of the oldest wine producing countries in the world. South Caucasus were home to grapevine cultivation, Neolithic wine production, Georgian region for 8,000 years. I love that. I've had obviously Greek wine. I've not had Georgian wine, but I love the idea. Wine should be of its soil, of its terroir. It should have the taste of history and culture. It should not be homogenized into American junk. It should not be McDonald'sized. It should taste like it should do. And an 8,000-year wine culture, that interests me. Whether I like it or not, doesn't matter. I'm sure I'll love it. Okay. 18 minutes. I'm so far behind. I'm going to go to a recent question. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm so shocked at how many of you are here and how wonderful you all are asking so many questions. Um, and there's also 45 fucking thousand people on my Twitter feed right now. So I don't know how many people on YouTube, Twitter, the platform. Look, I love you guys all. I'm trying to help. I will get this wrong. I will screw everything up. You will hate me, but I am trying my best. And again, if you're on Twitter, realvision.com/join. A bunch of you are probably Real Vision members watching it there, but still. Okay, final question, because I really have to be going. Ian Buswell, hey Ralph, question in regard to AI agents. Identity of AI agents is going to be a big deal real quick. What they produce and how they transact also going to be vital for this to go to the exponential scale that's possible. Do you agree it's wallets for identity, crypto for transactions, and smart NFTs for capturing and transferring the value created by the agents? This is a great question, Ian. Something we would talk about in the Exponentialist, which is the research service about technology that I run. I don't know. Do you agree it's wallets for identity? Doesn't need to be wallets. Just needs to be a proof of identity, zero knowledge proof that could be attached to a wallet, crypto for transactions for sure, smart NFTs for capturing and transferring the value created by the agent. Probably. It's a great question, Ian. It's a topic for another conversation for another day. Maybe if you're pro macro investor, a pro macro subscriber. I'm going to do more where I bring people on stage and answer questions, or the exponentialist, which I love. It's the best research I write because I'm living in the future. We're figuring shit out. It's incredible. The exponentialist. I just, as you guys can probably tell, I've been around the macro game for 34 years. It excites me because I can make money out of this crypto bet. It's the biggest bet of all time. But the technology side, where crypto meets macro, meets the exponential age of technology, that the intellectual thing about sentience of AI, how the robots are going to integrate in society. This stuff I'm really passionate about because I'm super learning. Um, and so that's the exponentialist. Again, I'm not trying to show you products, but I know a lot of you are here and want to know what the fuck do I do here on Real Vision? There's so much stuff to do. Look at the trade ideas, get involved in the communities, join your local regional chat, meet fellow members. We will organize on a regular basis meetups in your region where you can meet other members. So then you don't feel lonely in this crypto world where your friends don't give a shit what you're talking about. And we'll find like minded people for you. We'll find you the best ideas, the best people. And you guys are the best community in the world. And together, we will figure this out. There's the biggest macro opportunity of all time. We're all in this together. I'm not your guru. I'm just trying to figure it out. I get to speak to a lot more people than you guys do. I'll just digest what I learn, bring it back to you. So anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for those of you who are watching on YouTube and Twitter. I know I insult you. You are probably drinking Bud Light, eating Doritos, probably ranch dressing flavored Doritos, just to put the icing on the cake. And if you're in Australia, I don't know, there's nothing I can do to help you. And in England, you're probably just an alcoholic anyway. Thank you guys. I love you all dearly. And I will see you next time and see you on the Real Vision platform. Take care.